All right, how you doing? We're going to add a feature to a live app that's in the App Store. So today we're going to come up with the idea for the feature, integrate it into the app, and get it submitted to the App Store. So it should be published later today. But let's start with the idea. So this is a fitness app that I developed with my partner, Russell Barnes, fitness influencer extraordinaire. And it's an exercise app where you can log your exercises and see some really rich analytics. It's a good app, and I use it. So I have a pain point, though, which is that a lot of times I come in to log an exercise, and I find myself wanting to see some recent exercises that I've used. So we're going to explore how to add that to the app right now. All right. So Claude skills. Claude skills are basically pre-packaged, very, very intelligent prompts that you can reuse. So I've made a library of skills that I use for development and marketing and screenwriting, also filmmaking. But right now we're going to use the development tools. And basically what we're going to do is have a conversation with Claude Code. I've got it loaded up in my terminal here. We're going to have a conversation and explore which skills we can use to refine the idea and get it added into the app and published. All right, so let's just chat here. Okay, I want to add a feature to the app, period. Basically, when we do a quick log, I want to be able to see some recent exercises, comma, my most recent exercises probably, comma, and it's probably only 2 or 3, period. We already have suggested exercises, so screen real estate is a priority, and I want to make sure it's fluid and works well, period. All right, so in a moment, I'm going to call which skill. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, let's look at the quick log screen, period. All right, I'm just going to show it the quick log screen. This is it. Well, that's the quick log, but um, but to be clear, it should go on this choose exercise screen, period. All right, I like this idea of pills. I think that's pretty great, actually. I can see up here or down here just like a small thin line, and you can probably scroll to the right to pick them. But let's see what it comes up with. Scroll from the right to pull in more suggestions of recent exercises. Is that the idea? All right, so Claude is thinking. but I think this could work, like a little recent line there. All right, the data's there. Recent exercises is loaded. Oh, we already have it in the API. Perfect. A single, yep, compact pill chips, just below the search bar and above suggested. All right, I like this. It's saying it's going to put it right in here. Chips. I like the chips. I like the recent chips above suggested. All right, this might be like super quick because we already have the API there. Yeah, I would cap the total at 5 or even 3, but 5 should be good. How are we going to handle a really long title? Or rather, the name of the exercise? Just a wide chip? Question mark? Okay. Yeah, let's build it. Although, do you think we should call first? All right, so which skill is a command I made that basically looks at every skill I have in my skill library and identifies which ones would be appropriate. So it's saying, no, we don't need to even call which skill because this is pretty straightforward. But we will call some skills after we build it. I have a few in mind that we're going to call. All right, so right now it's building. And so this will take a little bit of time, but it's faster than hiring a developer, that's for sure, unless the developer's using Claude Code. But even then, this is faster. All right, so let's just kind of talk about what we're doing here because this is spec coding, essentially. You're dropping into Claude Code in the code base, chatting about the feature you want to add, basically as if you were a project manager or a tester or a CEO. Those are kind of the 3 hats you're wearing, so to speak. And you're just chatting and you're not coding at all, but you should be aware of the code and kind of know the domain as much as you can. All right, so this is built already. That's fast. And let's give it a try. So we're going to rebuild this. This is Xcode over here. I'm just launching the app in a simulator. This is an iPhone 17 Pro simulated device. And we're going to see the logged workout. All right, so click in here. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is perfect. All right, so that should choose it. Perfect. I mean, okay, the only nitpicky thing is we have upright rows chosen and we're showing it in the recents. That's the only thing I would explore. This is looking fantastic. Here's my only thought, and maybe it's fine, but let's explore. Let's say I have stretching chosen, and I click on stretching from the quick log to get to the choose exercise page. If stretching is one of the recent exercises, should I hide it since it's the chosen one? Or is it fine because it's still a recent? All right, so I'm actually going to so this skill microflows is something that is designed to help make decisions about little UI elements. Microflows because it's a very tiny bit of the UI. And this is going to give give Claude Code a lot more context and frameworks from which to make a decision or a suggestion about this. So we've loaded the skill, show it normally, don't hide. Okay, don't add a current indicator. All right, so recent means things I did recently. So yeah, we don't even have to read all this, but it basically validated that the design as it has it is fine. Let's commit, push what we have, and just commit what we have as a snapshot. Okay. And then okay, I'm gonna kind of gut check this and see if it has any suggestions for improvement, but I can't see any. This looks good to me. Okay, so this mobile design skill I just called is one I use all the time. And that's basically the skill I leaned on to come up with this interface, which um, I'm happy with. I won't say I'm proud of because I didn't do it, but I'm happy with it. This is something a few years ago I would have paid a designer several $1,000s to come up with. But Claude Code did it. But it did it using these skills that I've compiled. Okay. So I can think of one other kind of edge case that we need to make sure we handle here, which is what happens if you're new to the app and you don't really have any recent exercises. Although on the onboarding, you will do your first exercise. Okay, this is saying to make these a little bigger. Look at this. Okay. Touch target is below. All right, so it's flagging some stuff to fix. Let's do 1. All right, it's saying this stroke it wants to make a little more opaque, which I like. 2. Chip row the same visual weight as suggested in Browse All. Huh. So it's saying to get rid of this recent, but I kind of like it there. I think it's fine. 3 co-equal sections competing for attention. Use a lighter variant. All right. I think let's skip this. I'm okay with the recent label, and it clearly communicates what it's showing. If we remove it, we lose that. And I don't like the idea of showing it but faded out a bit. It's a half measure. Okay, and then for voice over grouping. They look like, not sure what you mean here. And then 5. Okay, bet. Do what you need. So these are like edge cases. All right, so number 4. Oh, not the visual. So this is thinking about blind users. This is awesome. All right, it's going to include it. These sizes look different. All right. Done 3 changes. All right. One more thing. If there are no recents, do we not show the UI for recents? This should never happen because we do an exercise during onboarding, but a user could delete that exercise. I'd be okay with a rule that says we need at least 3 recents in order to show the UI element at all, period. What do you think? Question mark. All right, Claude's going to work on that. And in the meantime, we're going to take a look at what we've got here. All right, that looks nice. So it's a little bigger. And this looks good. Okay, I push back slightly. Minimum 2, not 3. All right, that's fine. Recent, at least 2. Okay. That's the new look. Sure. 2 or more recents to show the UI element. Sounds great to me. Okay, so I think we're going to be done, which is nice. So now I'm going to prep to get this shipped to the App Store. 27. I'm just incrementing the build number. This is done. Commit, push with the incremented build number that I just incremented. Awkward sentence, but whatever. This release will be 1.0. 27. Then finally give me a release description for the App Store, period. All right, so product archive, that's how in Xcode, in Xcode you just take a snapshot of the app that you're going to submit to the App Store. We're committing everything. And then we'll be ready to rock. Let's see what it comes up with. App Store. No, this is not. No, it should be much simpler. A standard one is you should describe the feature. Describe the feature, but in a very simple way. It's kind of missing the mark here. More like all right, so I wrote it. Whatever. So we're validating. Thanks, Claude. Thanks, bro. All right. So I don't know how much time this was, but this is pretty quick. This is the beauty of Claude Code and using skills. We have now validated the app. We're going to upload it to the App Store, and then I'm just going to drop over to the App Store and release it. So it's pretty incredible. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. We're just prompting and describing what we need. And it helps to have like a really polished UI that is already simple. So adding something like this is pretty effortless. And we're going to ship a new feature today. That's great. It's going to go out to real users in probably a matter of hours. And that's it. All right. Subscribe if you want more tips and tricks, and take care.